What's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here with a response video. Fellow YouTuber BordersDude asked the question, what's your favorite Transformers gimmick? And I've seen quite a few of my fellow YouTubers actually responding to this video. So I thought I'd throw my hat in the ring. Now, everybody's going to pick Headmasters, Target Masters, or Combiners, but I'm going to take mine a step further. It's not as much as my favorite toy gimmick, but it's my favorite gimmick as far as the fiction of the character, the fiction of the brand. So my response to BordersDude is my favorite Transformer gimmick is the Pretenders.
What the hell did you just say?
Now hear me out. The Pretenders were not fantastic toys. I mean, some of them, like old Grimlock here, was quite pathetic. I mean, he had a fairly decent shell, but look what they did to Grimlock. So, yeah, that's a pretty bad toy. Then you get one like Cloudburst. He's not too bad. He's a fairly decent figure. Now, some of the Pretenders were way out there, which made no sense whatsoever, like Road Grabber, who was a robot that hid inside a car. A Transformer hid in a vehicle. So, Road Grabber, kind of ridiculous, yet you get Roadblock, who was friggin' awesome. I mean, look at this vehicle. That is fantastic. So, he was actually a pretender who could transform. Check it out. This guy hid in the car, and the little guy hid inside this guy, so like a Russian nesting doll of a pretender. But even though the toys weren't great, I loved the idea behind them. Now, not only did the Transformers come out in 1984, but another well-known robot, the Terminator, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. That movie, oh my God, I love that movie. That is one of my top 10 favorite movies. I love the idea of a robot hiding within, the flesh. I mean, the cyborg idea was fantastic, which leads into the Pretenders. It's a robot hiding within a shell. Now, in Marvel Comics, it really made Pretenders a powerful force. And they carried half of the series. The Pretenders first showed up in issue number 40 when they were created. Then they lasted all the way until issue 80. And some Pretenders were even leaders of the Decepticons. You had Thunderwing, who was a leader in a fantastic story arc called the Matrix Quest, and then you had Bludgeon, who took over leadership of the Decepticons after the Unicron battle. So it was pretty cool. And Marvel showcased the fact that the Pretenders, the shells, could actually repair the robot on the inside. So you could have a real damaged robot, he hops in the Pretender shell and gets fixed. And some of the characters, they never even showed coming out of their shell, like Thunderwing. Then, let me think. And the way they used it too, that they could use their shells, like Bludgeon in one of the comics, he actually pops out of his shell to attack some Autobots in tank mode while having his shell battle as well. They could mentally control their shells. I just thought that is so cool. So with the toys, you get two figures in one. Now, the Autobot toys, I didn't like them. I didn't like the humans in the fat spacesuits. I've stressed that in many of my videos. But man, the Decepticons were awesome. You had guys like Bludgeon that I just talked about. I mean, look at it. He's a samurai skeleton. And the robot on the inside actually turned into a tank instead of something you had to use your imagination with. And then my personal favorite pretender, Thunderwing, whose shell could actually transform into a jet, combined with the inner robot to an even more impressive jet. I love this guy. And then you had Pretender Beast, which were pretty cool. You had guys like Carnivac here. I mean, they have no posability whatsoever, but that thing looks awesome. I love the idea of, this wolf's attacking you, splits apart, and there's a robot on the inside. And other Decepticon pretenders included Submarauder and Skullgrin. This guy looks like he stepped off an 80s album heavy metal cover. So yeah, I love the Decepticon Pretenders. They're really cool. The toys aren't great, but the whole idea behind them, I just dig it. So anyway, guys, That's my favorite Transformers gimmick. So I hope you enjoyed. Like, share, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Am I ridiculous, or do you agree with me? I mean, these guys I've grown to appreciate. Granted, it took 30 plus years, but I've really grown to appreciate the Pretenders. Guys, this is Patriot Prime, signing out. Hooah!